Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Pam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It is raining today.
So, oh, yeah, it's raining on the East Coast, guys, which,
Sucks for toddler moms.
to be honest with you, after being on the road for 10, 11 days, I'm kind of like, I wasn't going outside today anyway, but damn, why is it raining? I could have went in like my driveway
Or something.
and something. But today we're going to talk about, me and Sarah want to talk about the baby registry and kind of like our experiences in making one. How did we make one? That kind of thing. I want Sarah to go first because I feel like I always go first.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, what do you want to know? What's the scoop? What's the dish you want?
Give me the tea. Like, did you have a friend with you hold your hand? Did you depend on the comments on Instagram videos? Like, how did you decide what to put on your registry?
Well, talking about reels and all of that, the funny thing about social media is that they know things about your life before you do, it seems. So, I was freshly pregnant. Also, it's a little bit difficult because I was pregnant and had a miscarriage and got pregnant right after. So I think my algorithm was taking some time to catch up and not realize what had
Adjust.
happened. But the algorithm on my social media was all about, oh, you must be pregnant and you must be in your first trimester. So let's feed you all of this junk that you need,
Okay.
whether it be from accounts or targeted ads or the paid partnership things that you see on there. I was getting fed things. And in a way, it was helpful for me to build my registry, but in another way, it was equally, I want to say predatory because there were definitely things that I put on my registry and like people purchased for us that I was like, in reality, why? Why do I own this? Why do I don't
Yeah.
need this. I probably would never buy this again. All of that. So I would say, yeah, I definitely relied heavily on social media. And as you know, I'm a really, really super duper type A type of person. So I knew that I was going to use Amazon for my baby registry because it's just super accessible for everybody. But I also wanted to use Babylist at the same time because Babylist has this great thing where they allow you to add items from multiple stores. So not like
Yeah.
Amazon plus every other store. Amazon, you kind of just have to stick with things that are on Amazon. So the cool thing about both of those platforms is that you can look up registries. So I
Oh,
would
that's
go,
true.
yeah. So what I would do is I would go on Amazon and look up a very common last name under the baby registry and just like snoop the public registry.
That's really smart, actually.
Yeah. So I did that and I would do the filters, like well, if I saw one that was more geared toward male babies, I'd be like, oh no, next. Who's next? Oh, here's a girl registry. I'm having a girl. Let's see what they're putting on here, things of that sort. So that's how I made my registry. I was super proud of my registry too. And there were a lot of people that were pregnant alongside me. So of course I would snoop their registries, but we also did like registry swaps where we would just say, "Hey, here's my link, here's your link. Let's take a peek and be like, "Oh, I need this," or "Oh, I need that," or "Ooh, ah." It was really fun. I don't know. I just had a lot of fun making my registry. What about you?
So I am a mixture of type personalities.
Okay.
So for certain things, I'm very type A. And for other things, I'm a little type B. Not really any type C, to be honest. Some type C kind of makes me want to turn green. But type A and B, I'm pretty there. And I have one of my close friends, her name is Vanessa, and I feel free to share her name. She is the same as you, all type A. She gave me a dissertation on
Oh.
baby registry because I didn't
Oh.
know. So it's funny. I got pregnant and I had no idea. I'm like, okay, the baby needs a crib. The crib needs a mattress. And we got gifted that. Like, as soon as we told people we were pregnant, someone gave us a crib that they had. And they were like, you just need a mattress. And like, how wonderful. I didn't have to buy a crib. But at the same time, I'm like, well, what kind of mattress do I get for this? And then you start, you start finding out the different things. So all of a sudden, I'm thrown into this room, basically, of baby registries. I wish I would have done what you did, but lucky enough, I did have my friend, and she sat with me. I remember one night for like 2 hours,
Oh, that's so
and
fun.
she pulled up her registry. She made me a Google Doc. I think I still have it. I pulled up this Google Doc, and she was like, well, you're going to need this, and you're going to need this, and you're going to need this, and you're going to need that. And then you can add certain things that you think you're going to need. And so I did. A baby list. I used baby list for our registry. But there were certain things now looking at it that we put on our list that people did buy us. And one of those things specifically, it was like $400. And it was like one of those, it was a BB formula thing. And I didn't know how that journey was going to go for me. I ended up fully breastfeeding / exclusively pumping. So I didn't know that when I was in my second trimester. Like, wow, what did I know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have a baby formula Keurig, basically, that's never been taken out of the plastic. And I'm just, I guess, amazed because how do people make baby registries? Like, I'm assuming people do what you did, and you like looked and compared, but like, just one more thing, like, there's no manual no one tells you. No one tells you, like, here, put this, or this worked for me, you should put it on your registry.
Well, I think it kind of ties back to the village thing. It's like if you have a village of moms already, or if you have, family members that are further along their motherhood journey, they will be the ones that will give you the word of mouth of, hey, this is essential, or hey, this is really not. And I think my husband actually had a lot of friends of his that were fathers before him, and we got a lot of recommendations from them about things to put on a registry. One thing in particular was the baby bouncer. The little, like, it like works on
Like a
gravity,
Bjorn?
kind of. The baby Bjorn, yeah, exactly, like one of those. But Dave's friends all called it the poop chair for a couple of reasons.
Oh boy.
One, you put the baby in it, and the baby will poop while they're in it. Don't know why.
Okay.
Maybe it's the angle, but the baby always poops, and can confirm our baby always pooped in that chair. And the other thing about the poop chair is that when you have to poop with the newborn, and you don't have the other parent around, you
can
bring that
put
chair in the bathroom with you, you sit on the toilet, and you rocky, rocky, rocky with your foot, and baby's chilling.
You know what? That's actually, it's so funny because I don't think we had, I think we had an electric one, and it swung the baby. And he, even if he was asleep, he always woke up when he was in that. It was almost like he knew, like, this isn't mom or this isn't dad. But I remember putting him in that and being like, okay, you need to stay right there. I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I was like in the living room looking at him because we have a bathroom downstairs. And I would see him like swaying in the thing. And I was like eye to eye, locked, like, do not move. They're immobile at some point. So it's funny because, yeah, I used a similar, I didn't even think of that. That's a good point.
Yeah, but there were definitely things that were essential, things that were not essential. And I think a lot of my registry had over 300 items on it. It was ridiculous. And I put everything I could have possibly needed on my registry. Like I'm talking like the little like no sucker things that you really never use after you leave the hospital. Let's be real. You know.
Yeah.
I put everything that you could imagine. And I think a lot of that again was tied into my pregnancy anxiety that I had, my algorithms that were feeding me all this nonsense about everything your baby must need or else they'll die kind of thing. Like, it's like, oh, well, you know, this pacifier in particular will prevent SIDS by this percentage versus this mattress that's not breathable will make your baby suffocate and die if you don't buy our mattress. You know, it's like, but I'm serious. That's how the marketing for some of these baby things were presented. And it's kind of crazy to think about because, of course, when you are pregnant and you're making your registry, you want what's best and safest for your child. And that's a really great way for companies to mark up certain things and advertise certain things as necessity instead of a nice to have thing.
I feel like one of the things that I put on my registry that I'm really glad that I did was the baby monitor that we got because we wanted to get a baby monitor that wasn't connected to the internet. And so we got, I think it's technically a security system. And it just has like a little monitor thing and then the camera and it reaches a certain amount of feet or whatever. I thought that was a little extra because I'm like, come on, like, as if you're not going to hear the baby cry or whatever. But actually, that was one of my favorite items because I've taken that thing. It just gave out on me on this last trip that we were on because I dropped the monitor and like it won't turn back on. But man. It went 2 years. It's been to Florida. It's been to Virginia. I mean, it's been a few places. So like, but I'm glad that I put that on there because it's given me peace of mind. Like if I go downstairs and I don't have access to hearing the baby, if I have the monitor with me, like that kind of thing. But a lot of people, I received mixed reviews of like the different types of monitors to put on the baby and then, or not on the baby, but I think it's called like an Owlet or something.
So we're an Owlet family. And let me tell you, again, you can guess why I wanted the Owlet. You know, it monitors if you have. Well, no, actually I wanted it because it has a sock that you put on the baby that will monitor their heart rate and their oxygen levels. So I'm cuckoo crazy at this point. I'm like, well, I need to know if she's alive and breathing, if she's not going to be in my arms when she's sleeping. So I need to have the Owlet sock. And why wouldn't I get the Owlet monitor? Because it comes in a bundle and it's pink. Like, you know, because this is the craziness that goes on in your mind. Like when you're making your nursery, you want everything to match and be perfect and this and that. And not knowing that when you have the baby, that room is going to be a glorified laundry basket for a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, so I was very swayed by the Owlet sock. And I hear a lot of mixed things about the Owlet system in general. But for our family, for me personally, for my peace of mind that I really desperately needed, it has worked out really well for a couple of reasons. One, I get to see her heart rate and her oxygen, and that helps me calm down a little bit at night. Two, the monitor we can look at on our phone, so we don't need a second, third, fourth device to like finagle. You know, like if I'm working and she's napping, I have my laptop and then I have my phone and then I have, you know, whatever. I don't need another separate monitor, which is nice. I could just flip the app and it runs in the background and I can just still hear it no matter what I'm doing on my device. Or if I'm out somewhere, I can always check on whether or not my cat is in her crib and I need to change her sheets or something, you know, because it has the motion detection and all of that. And the other thing that I like about it, but this is not the version that I have, is you have the ability to save recordings of movement or whatever, which could come in handy once your child, like mine, is getting ready to climb out of their crib.
No.
Yes, unfortunately.
Are you getting there?
We're there. We're there, unfortunately, which leads me to the next item that I am so glad I put in my registry were the sleep sacks. Because girlfriend
yeah.
is going to be in a sleep sack until she gets a toddler bed, because that way she cannot climb out of her crib.
So I'm in the place right now with my son that he is climbing everything. And he hasn't quite figured out that he maybe could figure out a way to climb out of the crib. But the sleep sack thing, he will be in a sleep sack until further notice, because same thing. Because I'm like, I don't have mental capacity for you to climb out of there, which I actually think I only put like 2 sleep sacks on my registry. And probably for good reason, because we ended up not using the one we put on our registry. We ended up he really liked a Velcro one. That was the only one he would stay in. Like the little swaddle things. He was like, yeah, this is a joke. Like I could tell. Oh my gosh. He was always like this, hand out. Or he would like break his arms out of it. And it wasn't until we actually got gifted, because I gave birth right before Mother's Day. So I was in the hospital for Mother's Day. And they gave all the moms like a little gift from the hospital. And what we ended up getting was a sleep sack that had like the hospital logo on it.
We had the same thing.
I loved that little swaddle thing, because it was the only one. And then he got too big for it. So then we started getting ones that he fit. And then he didn't want to keep his arms in anymore. So, you know how it goes. But I think I wanted to mention, there was something else that I put on my registry that I loved. So I got a pack and play. And this was a suggestion from my friend. And it was a pack and play, but it also comes with a bassinet. So it's like a snap-on, like upper part of it.
Yeah.
And I loved that thing because I could change him on the first floor.
Exactly.
Especially, I had a C-section. So coming up and down the stairs was like, it wasn't easy. I'm not going to say it was like debilitating per se, but there were days where I was just exhausted. So
yeah,
it was very easy to just put him in there and not like all the way in a pack and play or leave him on a boppy pillow, heaven forbid, and like that kind of thing. So I really loved that on my registry. And I put diapers on my registry.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I think the first like 13 months, we didn't really buy any diapers because people gave us diapers. We did a diaper raffle also, but people gave us diapers. And I don't think, I'm 2 years in. I think the only time that I felt that I needed to buy wipes was I was somewhere and we like ran out of the pack that we had with us. But other than that, it was very
such
smart.
a flex. That is something I learned about too, was the diaper raffling and all of that. So the diaper raffle, the idea behind that is for your baby shower, you put in a little info section that says, hey, bring a box of diapers and you'll get a ticket to win a prize at the end. And let me tell you, 13 months is great. We lasted about the same without having to buy a single box of diapers. It was fabulous. That was probably the best thing that we put on our registry was diapers, because a year in, we started having to buy diapers and I did not realize how expensive and how quickly you go through them. And I'm like, wait a minute. How did I not know that diapers were this pricey after I have a 1-year-old already? And it's because of the diaper raffle. I didn't have to buy diapers at all. And you want to know what's also good about that is that people will buy different brands of diapers, and certain babies' skin are more sensitive than then others or certain diapers just don't jive with the anatomy of their legs and their waist or whatever. So it gives you a nice opportunity to try different diapers to see what works well for your baby. And
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. We were an honest diaper family for a long time, but as our baby grew, she is now a Millie Moon baby. And it was great that we had the opportunity to try many to figure out what was best and evolve into a different brand when she was ready. It was really great. I loved that diaper stuff. The diaper raffle was the best.
Yeah, definitely. I tried a bunch of different ones too, and then we ended up just really liking Huggies. And even still now, and this can be its own episode, but we're considering starting to potty train, like full blown potty training.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, listen, dude. But first of all, I'm with you. I did not know how. The box says if you buy it in bulk, if you go to like a BJ's or Costco, there's like 160 diapers in a box. Yeah, that's about 4 weeks of diapers. And that's me being like generous. If your child is teething or they try a food that doesn't agree with them, or I don't know, they're going through a growth spurt and they're just eating and pooping a lot.
Or it's hot and they're drinking a lot of water and just peeing constantly, filling up those diapers, or it's got them puffy, little
Yeah,
little saggy
the squishy.
butts.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I was going to be buying diapers as often. Or and again, we get them in bulk, and that's like, so between that and the actual price of diapers, I'm like, I don't know, kid. If I'm still going to have to wipe your butt, we're just going to go to the bathroom. I don't know. But yeah, diapers is definitely something highly recommend for the registry.
Definitely. I would also, something in retrospect that I did not think of for my registry that I really wish I had. Your baby from 0 to 12 months goes through a transformation that is just unbelievable. They start out as a little potato that doesn't really do anything.
My little
And then by the
potato.
time they're 1, they're moving and grooving and climbing and doing all the things. And then all of a sudden their little kick piano is more of like a throwing device rather than a cute little playing device. So I wish I had put items that were more geared toward a child that is closer to 1 or toddling, because I was not prepared for when my daughter started to pull up to stand on things and try to climb everything and wanted nothing to do with her teethers anymore and wanted things that were more engaging for toys and all of that. So I definitely would recommend, if I were to do it again, to put things on there that are closer to like 9 to 12 month old necessity things. Like for us, I really loved the modular couch things where it comes with like, they're like little like tumbling mats, but you can arrange them to be any sort of climbing apparatus for your little climbing, standing up little tot. It's really, really
or a
cute.
protective device if your child is running and hitting everything.
Right, exactly. Or just like a nice mat for them to snuggle up with their like little pet or stuffed animals or whatever. It's been really nice. I love that modular couch. A little bit of a pricier item, but it's versatile and it will last you not just when they're an infant or what have you, but I think well into toddlerhood.
I think so. And you can also, we have something similar. I think you can take the covers off and wash them.
Oh,
so
yes.
if things spill on them or anything like that. So that, I would say the same, actually. I don't feel like I chose too many things for toddlerhood. It actually came to me while you were talking. I feel like I definitely would look closer to 9 to 12 months for whenever that time comes. But the other thing I think I would put on a registry is pump parts.
Oh, yes.
Because I remember you sent me a text once and you were like, oh, this is your such and such reminder to change your pump parts. I was like, oh my God, that's right. I have to change them. And I
Like
would,
often, more often than you think.
yeah, especially if you use it. If you, I mean, I was using it a couple times a
Mm-hmm.
day. So the more you use it, the more you need to replace them.
Mm-hmm.
I will definitely be putting pump parts on a future registry. Or I would tell someone, like, if you plan to pump outside of the pump that you got from your insurance, put the parts. Put the parts
Put
on
the
your
parts.
registry
Definitely at
because
first, especially if you don't have insurance that's paying for your pump. I was very lucky. I had insurance that would send me new parts every 3 months, which I'm very fortunate. So I didn't have to pay for extra pump parts. However, I only had one set of pump parts when I was freshly postpartum. And when you're freshly postpartum, that's when you're pumping the most. And having to constantly wash the same set of pump parts over and over and over again is the worst. You can ask my
I
husband.
don't.
He was responsible for that. He saved
Yeah.
me so many countless hours washing all of those things for me. But I would recommend getting a couple of parts. And they're expensive if you go to a box store
Yeah.
like Target or something. They're really expensive.
But even on Amazon, like on Amazon, they're not really that far fetched of a difference. Especially if you get like I think you had a Spectra also. You know,
I
the
did.
Spectra was pretty affordable, but the parts were, that's essentially, I'm not going to say how they get you, but that is part of the like coming back system for them. It's the parts. So I would say if you're investing in a good pump, which you probably are, and you're using your insurance, or if you're not using your insurance, you should definitely put parts on your registry because you're going to need them.
And
What's,
specifically the duck bills, the backflow protectors,
God, yeah,
the duck bills. I think those are probably the most important part. If you're going to add any part, duck bills.
put those. Yeah. Hearing that, I am realizing how much I've blocked out. How much I've like, you know what? You were a part of that journey for me. So like I pumped for 15 months and I never heard the pump for like 14 of those months. I did not hear it. People would be like, "Oh, like you hear the sound, you hear the beat." And I'd be like, "No." Like whether it was that I disassociated or it just became a part of me, whatever it was, I couldn't hear it unless someone else mentioned that they could hear it.
Yeah.
That last month, I remember that you had sent me a video or we were on the phone and I was like, I think I'm done pumping. And you were like, why? What happened? I'm like, I can hear the pump. Like
Oh, you,
I can
you can
hear
hear
it
my pump
while
or
you're,
yours?
yeah, I can hear
Oh,
your
I
pump.
was
I was like,
pumping.
I can hear it. And you started laughing and I was like, oh my God, I think it's over because that came up and like that's a sidebar essentially of the registry thing. But I'm like, wow, like yeah, I will put pump parts on there, but wow, I totally forgot about my pump. Like that was like a shoo, that came and went very quickly.
Well, that's the other part of the registry building thing that I didn't realize as a first time mom is how temporary a lot of these items are.
Oh yeah.
So they're so temporary. Like there are things, well, for example, the infant car seat.
Oh my God, don't
You
get me.
cannot, those things are expensive. And listen, I'm all for investing in a safe car seat for your child. That's not what I'm
Yep.
saying. However, there is no need to buy a $1,000 infant bucket car seat when they're
Nope.
going to grow out of it likely before they're one. There are plenty of other brands out there that are just as safe, if not safer, that I think will, not break the bank, number one, and do just as fine of a job, number two.
Yeah.
So, point being is there are so many other items that are not name brand that are just as good that I would invest in instead, just because of how short the time the baby is going to spend using those items.
I did not realize the short amount of time that you would use things. And you know what else? I would I didn't have, you know how they have like those postpartum bundles, like for Frida,
Oh,
I guess.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had a C-section. So my postpartum journey was different. I mean, from the hospital. So I was sleep deprived and drugged up, Googling and figuring out what I needed. Like mesh underwear. Who? Which was, it was kind of like a diaper. So you were better off just wearing a diaper, really. But the mesh underwear, who, like, I mean, I didn't have that on my registry.
No,
And no one
neither.
told me that I should have it on my registry. That was like just things I was Amazoning and whatever in the middle of the night.
What were some of the things that you were frantically like overnighting, next day Amazoning in your early postpartum days besides the mesh underwear?
I think it was baby bottles. Oh, hi, Benji. I think it
Oh.
was baby bottles. I think we got like a bundle of Dr. Brown's. And even still now, I still have my Dr. Brown's bottles, but I don't know if they're going to get used again. There was a lot of parts to them. And like in hindsight, I don't know if I would use them again. But I think you overnighted me once, glass Dr. Brown's bottles, because
Yes.
I don't know what rabbit hole I climbed into one night at 2 in the morning, and they were like talking about Dr. Brown's plastic bottles, and I was like, oh my god, my baby. I was like, oh yeah, I was in that hole for sure for that. What was, oh, something else? Nipple cream.
Oh yeah, that was gonna be at the top of my list. Nipple cream. You can never have enough of it.
No,
Oh,
no,
oh my
especially in the
God.
beginning. I was like, I'm not sure. And then I somehow ended up with like 6 jars of it, and I had one in the diaper bag. I had one in my pump bag. I had one in the car. I had one in my husband's car. I was like,
Because if you forget that, it is literally the end of your life.
it was, yeah,
Like it's the end of the world if you forget your nipple butter.
yeah, yeah. Let's see. So I pulled up my registry. I don't know if
You
you
know what?
want to do the same,
That is a great idea. I'm gonna do
but
this.
I pulled up my registry. And I want to see a few things that I didn't put on my list. All right, I'm going to look at the out of stock items because I'm more than
Ooh,
sure that these are items that I ended up getting, and we're going to see if I used it or not.
I love that. This is gonna be fun.
So, all right, first one, I got a kind of like a car seat multi-use cover. So like it was like one of those things that you could put over the car seat, so if the baby was sleeping, you could like protect them. But
Oh.
it was also like one of those things, a cover that you could put over yourself
Oh, I see.
to cover up if you
If you
were,
were nursing,
yeah, if you were
pumping, whatever.
nursing. I think at some point, I think it was like month 2, I was like, all right, guys, this is who I am now. Like they're here, the girls are
Same.
here.
Same. No
But I did
shame.
like it.
Modesty out the window.
I did like it to cover the baby and that kind of thing. Um, oh, you know what I didn't put a lot of on my registry, and I'm gonna say I was a little bit confused. I didn't put a lot of burp cloths on my registry. I know
So
you had a lot. You had a burp cloth per hour basically for a while.
for out like was okay. I had the most refluxy baby you could imagine. And I have to shout out one of my very dear friends who also had a very spitty baby who looked at my registry, because that was another thing I did too, is I sent my registry to seasoned moms and I was like, hey, how does this look to you? What should I add? What should I take away? Which is definitely a great practice to do if you have seasoned moms in your life, because this girl saved my life. My little daughter had such bad reflux for 10 months, and I'm not kidding when I say we went through about 20 bibs a day. I'm not exaggerating. and probably equally as many burp cloths. And when I sent my registry to my seasoned mom friend, she said, so where are all your burp cloths? You need burp cloths and bibs. You see the amount you have there? Quadruple it. She literally
Wow.
said quadruple it. And I'm so happy I did because I used every single burp cloth and every single bib and had to order more.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Now, I'm not saying every baby is going to be as refluxy as mine was, but they're still really useful to have, especially if you're pumping, especially if you are introducing solids and all of that. They're just really good to have.
Yeah, I think I will, whatever that looks like in the future. I think I will put birth cloths on there because I didn't have a lot of them. Another purchase that I got on my registry, and this is actually not available anymore, or this specific one, but it was basically my nursing chair. It came with a little ottoman, and that chair needs a little bit of cleaning right now, but I still sit in that chair every single day.
That is definitely one thing I regret not investing in is a nursing chair. The one I have, I'm actually sitting in my nursing chair now, and it's horribly uncomfortable. And I just could not nurse my baby or rock my baby to sleep in it. It was so uncomfortable for me. If there's next time, that is definitely one investment that I will definitely set a priority to, is to shop for, try out, sit on, do all the things for a nursing chair, because you don't realize how much time you are going to spend on that thing.
But even
Yes,
when
the time is fleeting. Go ahead.
oh yeah, I was gonna say, but
Like the
even
time is fleeting, but there are so many hours in the night that you need to spend pumping in the chair, feeding in the chair, rocking the baby to sleep, like all the things, like waiting for the baby to digest after they just have a bottle, just sitting there, And if you're
Yeah.
uncomfortable, it's just, oh God, it just is agony.
Yeah, it's definitely agony. But even if you decide to not breastfeed, I think that you should have this nursery chair, because you're still sitting in it. You're still gonna, however you choose to put your baby to sleep, when you feed your baby, when you're sitting with your baby. Like, I know a lot of people. So I didn't formally nest because I was moving.
Right,
So
right.
half of that part of things was packed in a box, and the very essentials was in our bedroom. So like the bassinet and the chair. And a lot of people, when they are building their nursery, they're like, well, you don't need it, it takes up space. That's the big thing. You don't need it, or it doesn't take space. If you're listening to this, whether you've already had a child and you're going for another one, if you've never had a chair, you should get a good one. It doesn't have to necessarily be an expensive one,
Yeah, just try it out.
but you should try it out and have one, because
It's like buying a pair of
I
shoes. Like, you don't have to have the most expensive pair as long as they're comfortable and meet your needs. That's what matters most.
and I put mine on the registry, and it was a group gift.
Oh, that's nice.
It was a group gift to us. So like, it wasn't super expensive. I think it was a couple $100s, but it was a group gift. And when it arrived, I like squealed because I was so excited about this chair that I adore. So I'm going to give one more item. I'm trying to see which one I give that I got and that I absolutely love. Oh my gosh. It is my baby food maker. And the reason is I didn't use it as much because my kid decided that he wanted solid food. He didn't want mush food, which is very interesting to discover. But I love to steam our vegetables in there. Like,
Even to this day.
even now.
Oh,
Like, I plan to
great.
use it tomorrow to do carrots or broccoli. It steams them perfectly, where they're soft enough to like give to a baby, or just soft enough for you to eat. So you're not sitting at the table like trying to figure out how you're going to eat all these carrots. Like, they're just mush already. And they're super,
Yeah.
it's like, I love it. And then it's also like a little blender thing. I love this thing.
So you
It's
can
part of,
puree it if you want.
if you want to. Yeah. And you could even make it like, I think they have it where it comes with like a little recipe thing. So if you were like making, you don't even have to think in that way. You just put a couple things together and then go from there. So that's my registry.
I love it. I love it. So I'm going to do a little bit of the opposite, and I'm going to share things that were purchased and gifted to us that I would not buy again.
Okay.
And
Ooh.
the first thing that I wanted to talk about, I have my list up right now, are baby towels. I put so many baby bath towels on the registry, got so many. They're really tiny. And you know what? A regular old adult bath towel works so much better.
And it looks so cute when they're that tiny and you're there.
Yeah, they're all just like in this. Yeah, so the baby towels, yes, while they're cute, they don't last very long because of their size. And the hood, you never put the hood on the kid. I'm sorry, I never did. Like, the hood is cute, that comes with the towels, whatever. But a regular old towel you can just flop over and it makes its own little hood if you want it anyway.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't invest in baby towels anymore
Okay.
if I were to do it again. Let me see. I think the other thing that I wanted to talk about, which now I'm losing my train of thought.
You said that you wouldn't buy again. So what would you
Yeah.
not buy again or put on your registry again?
Now I'm just like totally blanking because I'm looking around at all of the mess that is my baby playroom, and I'm like, well, she uses that. Oh, she uses this. So I'm like,
Oh,
But-
maybe I think I would still, I was going to say clothes maybe. I
Here's
think
the
I
thing
would
with
put
clothes.
older clothes. I wouldn't put as many little clothes.
I agree with you. And the thing about clothes is that people are going to,
They're going to buy them anyway.
yeah, they're going to give you the clothes anyway. So I feel like if you put clothes on your registry, it's just like an open invite for them to just be like, and then buy whatever they want
Whatever
anyway.
they want anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So I just feel like clothes on a registry is a suggestion more than a necessity or like, yeah. And okay, another one I'll say is shoes, baby shoes. They're cute, absolutely. But you don't know what kind of shoes your baby is going to need or when they're going to start walking. And when they do start walking, it's probably best if you just have them try them on right then and there. My daughter, I put a couple of shoes in the registry that I was just like, oh, they're so cute. I have to have them. My daughter has the smallest feet I've ever seen. She was in a size 3 shoe until very recently. And then she decided, oh, yeah, my feet kind of need to catch up. Skipped size 4 altogether and went right to size 5.
I know somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would not put baby shoes on the registry because you just don't know what their feet are going to be like when they're ready to walk. Yeah.
And I think also, like my kid, he wouldn't keep them on.
That's another thing.
He was a barefoot child. He didn't really keep shoes on until he was 19, 20 months.
Oh, wow. Really?
He would take them off in the car. I think we got him a pair of fleece lined Crocs, and he walked very funnily in them because they were like chunky on his feet. And it was winter when he started fully walking, so like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, his feet are cold. We need to put something on his feet. But like, even if the sock comes with grippies, it's not enough. So we got him those fleece lined ones, and he did much better with them. But like, if we got in the car, never. He never kept them on. So I would say that I'm not saying absolutely don't get them, but wait till they're a little bit older to get them, because they're very cute in theory, but they're not very practical. They don't use them.
They're not very practical, and they're also really expensive for little tiny itty bitty shoes, depending on what you get. Some of them can be
Yeah.
pretty pricey for them to
Yeah.
just look cute in a box and they'll never wear them again.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of expensive things that go on baby feet, I saw something online today that it was like I think I looked on a thread, and I think maybe we'll end it here. And it said like what was a parent hack that like started to revolutionize your life or whatever. And they were like, give me the unhinged. And somebody said, don't buy different colored socks for your growing child. Make all the socks one color. And if you lose one, you can still match it to others. And I was like, wow. So going forward, I mean, color socks are so fun. But I may primarily turn over for my child's socks to one color,
I
because
actually kind of started doing that. Yeah, she has only white socks at this point because I don't know. So like, yeah, adults lose their socks in the laundry, but babies,
they
just
always
disappear
they
into
never come
thin
back.
air. Never. It's like it's like they're disposable. They wear them once, I feel like.
Yeah.
Before
they
they're either
disintegrate in the wash.
mismatched. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other part of it too. Yeah. Ugh, they like evaporate into thin air. So yeah, that's a great idea. Same color socks.
Yeah. So I hope that you got some info for a future baby registry, or if you're helping someone make one, if they ask you and maybe you forgot about your registry, or you didn't make one, maybe because that was the thing. Like, I don't know about your mom, but my mom didn't make a registry. They just got gifts. That was just the way things were then. But I hope that you got some useful information from this episode. And as always, if you have any questions or you want to submit anything, you could DM me, you could DM Sarah, you could DM the podcast, and we will talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, and maybe I'll even put together a little mock-up baby registry of like the seasoned mom's registry, what you should get, what you shouldn't get. I think I'm gonna do that.
I like this.
Yeah.
I like it.
And if you have any suggestions for what I should add to this registry, you let me know and I will add it.
Yes, let us know and we will add it.
All right. And we can even keep it as like a link in our bio. Just be like, oh, these are your essentials. This is what you need.
Yes,
Mom tested. Yes, exactly.
for sure.
Tried and true.
Tried and true. Alrighty, talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.